What's up, my friends? Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone who's looking to level up from their current situation. This show is dedicated to helping raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good freaking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. Today, today we're going to be talking about alter egos. What are they? Why people adopt them, and how you can create your own alter ego so that you can fuel yourself and build the life that you truly want. So, first, let's talk a little bit about our understanding of the alter ego. Like, what does an alter ego even mean, right? And so, an alter ego is really just a person's secondary or an alternative personality. Like, it's a separate identity that we adopt in order to achieve specific goals or overcome obstacles that we have in our lives. And so, why do people actually use an alter ego, right? And many commonly known people actually have alter egos. And the funny thing is that you've probably heard them, you've probably heard those names, but perhaps you just haven't linked the two together like I. It took me a while to kind of link this. It wasn't until someone had pointed this out to me and I really started diving in and I started really researching and I started seeing how many people actually use their alter egos that it really started to click with me. And even in motorsports, we have true champions out there using alter egos. And so I'm gonna give some examples of that in a minute, right? But first, I want to just understand. I want you guys to help you understand the philosophy. My bad, not the philosophy, but more so the psychology behind an alter ego, right? And so adopting an alter ego in motorsports or pretty much in any freaking field for that matter, it really does. It taps into the psychology. It really taps into the psychology of our self-perception. It taps into like our new identity. And then what it does is that it provides performance enhancements that we wouldn't normally associate with, right? And so an alter ego really just it helps break through our mental barriers that we have up here. Like it helps us assess this untapped potential that we have inside of us that a lot of us don't even really realize that we truly have that, right? It helps us, with greater confidence. It helps us, develop greater determination. And pretty much simply put, we can become fearless when we tap into our alter egos. And I know that's a pretty bold statement, but stick with me, and I'm gonna give you a lot of examples on today's episode of how alter egos, of how many people use alter egos to fucking level up, to create the life that they want, because many of us and a lot of the out there, we tend to limit ourselves with our beliefs, and we don't think we can accomplish these things. And so an alter ego, it allows you to really just distance yourself from that personal doubt or those insecurities that we have, right? And then as a result, what happens is that we assume a more empowered version of ourselves, right? And so the 50,000 foot like benefit summary of establishing an alter ego is really just that it enhances our performance, and like it increases our ability to shine no matter what comes our way. And so let's talk about some real life examples of an alter ego, right? And I'm going to start with probably the most commonly known ones that you're going to hear, and you're going to be like, oh, damn, okay, yeah, I've heard that for sure. And then probably one of the most common ones that you hear is the famous Clark Kent, or also known as Superman, right? So Clark Kent is like the mild-mannered reporter, but Superman is the hero with extraordinary powers. And then we also have Bruce Wayne. We know Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne has Batman. And so Bruce Wayne is the billionaire, like the playboy philanthropist by day, but then at night, what does is that he takes the persona of Batman and he goes and he fights crime in Gotham City. And then you're probably like, man, Randy, but you said you were going to talk about some real life scenarios, right? Those are fucking movie characters. That's not real. So, okay, it's okay. I, 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 I thought about this, and so let's get into some real life examples because those are the two that when you mention them, everyone's like, "Oh shit, yeah, that does kind of make sense, right?" And so, real life example, Kobe Bryant, like that motherfucker's a badass, right? May rest in peace. Kobe Bryant had the alter ego, also famously known as the Black Mamba. Like everybody knows the Black Mamba, and when he was the Black Mamba, like he was a fucking animal on the court, and then so Kobe used the Black Mamba to boost his confidence, like to boost his determination, and really to just perform at his best level so that he could become this badass basketball player of all time. Like he truly is one of the badass of all time. I'm not into big sports guy like that. I'm into motorsports, but it doesn't take a lot of knowledge to know that the Black Mamba, Kobe, was one of the badass to ever play the game. And so we also have Eminem the rapper. He has Slim Shady. And so Slim Shady represents Eminem's darker, his more provocative side, which what that does is allows him to really express his thoughts and his emotions that he really might not feel comfortable sharing under his real identity. And then you also have Beyonce. Beyonce's a famous singer. A lot of girls know Beyonce. Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. And then Beyonce created Sasha Fierce because she lacked confidence. She was shy. And so she created Sasha Fierce to help her channel this more confident, this more assertive personality while she was on stage performing, right? And then that alter ego, what it did is it allowed her to push her boundaries as a performer, and then it also allowed her to connect with her audience in a more powerful way because she stepped into Sasha Fierce and she was confident, she was assertive, and she was in her mind like limitless with what she can do. And so let's even take this deep into the motorsports, right? And let's talk about who has an alter ego in motorsports, right? Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time Formula One world champion, right? Lewis Hamilton has hammer time. And what hammer time represents to Lewis is that it represents his relentless pursuit of speed and victory on the track. And then hammer time represents, and it also symbolizes to Lewis Hamilton like his identity as a competitive and a fearless driver. Like, 7-time Formula One world champion. Like, a lot of fucking, I'm mentioning a couple of, successful people here. Then like, you're like, man, if these people have alter egos and they step into that zone to be able to just, channel in whatever they want, might start thinking about, man, maybe I should create my own alter ego too, right? And then for my motorcycle guys, my people, we have Valentino Rossi, and he's one of the most iconic figures in motorcycle racing. And he's a multiple-time MotoGP world champion. And he has an alter ego as the Doctor, He calls himself the Doctor. And the Doctor is his alter ego, which he adopted early in his career, really much to symbolize his expertise and mastery of the sport, And not only that, but as well as his unmatched skill on the racetrack. Like Valentino Rossi is a badass. He really is. And then all this led me to believe, a long time ago, right? I was like, man, let me start developing my alter ego because I always just went by my real name, Randy Ramirez, right? And so I developed and I created Wide Open Randy, and I use Wide Open Randy to lean into this fearless version of myself. Like when I step into Wide Open Randy, like there's no limits of what I can accomplish, right? And then so I build up that character into a badass motherfucker, and I make him adopt any trait that I think that my personality as Randy Ramirez I lack or I don't have or I'm scared to take forward when. And so I lean into Wide Open Randy. Like when I'm speaking in front of large groups, I get nervous. And so I think about Wide Open Randy. What would Wide Open Randy do? How would he act? Like, And so I present Wide Open Randy, and I created this guy, and I'm every day throwing at him more personalities and more character traits, and becoming a more badass version, so that I can lean into that, right? When I'm doing crazy stunts, I lean into Wide Open Randy. You know, when I'm going after huge goals, or these huge accomplishments that normally I would be like, man, there's no way you're gonna make that happen, Randy. Well, guess what? Wide Open Randy takes over, and I use him to level up. I use him to create certainty within myself. I use him for work. I use Wide Open Randy for my relationships. I use Wide Open Randy for my personal goals. I use Wide Open Randy to wow the fuck out. That's my alter ego, right? I lean into that guy, and I created that guy to to take me to places where my limiting beliefs hold me back from thinking that I can really accomplish. And so I want to transition a little bit to talk about how you can create your alter ego, because we described it. I gave you examples of people that have created their alter ego, pretty famous people. I showed you that I have an alter ego as well. And so I want to kind of give you some basic steps of how you can create your alter ego, right? And so first and foremost, you want to think about your goals, like what it is that you want to achieve in life, but and also as a motorsport enthusiast. Like, I love motorsports. There ain't no secret. If you fucking listen to the show, you already know. And so think about what you want to achieve in life. How do you want to live? How do you want to be seen? How do you want to be known? And then what you want to do is you want to list all that shit down and put it in a list, right? And look at it and be like, man, all right. And you watch yourself as you start reading that. You're like, man, I don't know if I could really accomplish that shit. But don't let that hold you back. Like, lean into it. Like, because I've seen that that's kind of like the most common problem. We think like, we're like, man, I don't know. We start looking at that list and we're like, I don't know. Those sound like some pretty fucking big goals to hit. Like, what the fuck do I think that I can achieve those kind of things? And I'm here to tell you to stop that. Like think like a kid that is naive and thinks that and probably naive was the wrong word to use, because we can accomplish anything we fucking want in life, right? And so I want you to think of everything that you want to achieve in life, whether it be career wise, whether it be personal wise, and also fucking motorsport wise, and write all that shit down, right? And start thinking about how you can build someone that no matter what you lean into, and you're like, I'm not second guessing myself. For an example, for me, is what would Wide Open Randy do? And when I feel like I'm playing safe, when I feel like I'm not giving enough, when I feel like I can always do more, like, I'm like, all right, what would Wide Open Randy do? Like, how would he live? How would he want to be seen? How would he take action? And by me leaning into that character that I've created, I take more action than not. I really do. And so let's pick a new identity and a new character for you, right? And so, because we thought about all your goals that you want, and I want you to create a list. Like, really take this seriously. Because at the beginning, when I talked with this about people, they're like, an alter ego, like a separate identity, that's cute, man. But are you really fucking taking the actions, the steps that you need to in order to create this life that you say that you want? Like, be blunt. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and stop lying to yourself, right? And so creating this new character lets you step in and be limitless. Like, it lets you create this fucking badass version of yourself. And so as you start to envision this, as you start to create this new character, this new identity that you're going to step into, you want to think about, what kind of qualities does this person, do I want him to have? Like, what kind of characteristics do I want this character, this new identity to have, so that I can succeed no matter what, right? And then also what helps is you want to think about who is someone that you want to be like who is someone that you admire, like who is someone that a person that you look up to, right? Because that helps you track, that helps you set your compass, your direction towards doing more and being more, right? And so this new character that you're going to create, it's going to be the one that's going to take the lead when you don't feel like doing shit. Like, when you don't want to take the uncomfortable action, when you feel scared, when you feel like limiting beliefs holding you back, you're gonna fucking step into this character and you're gonna let him take the lead, so that you can create the fucking life that you say you want to create. We all say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. But then when you really like zoom in and you look at the actions that we're taking every day, we're playing small. And I'm guilty of that too. And so that's why I created Wide Open Randy. That's why I lean into him. That's why I constantly evolve him so that I could do more and be more and become a better version. And I can help more people, right? And so third, we want to, first is, you want to think about your goals. What do you want in life? Second is you want to pick a new identity, a new character. You want to, name, this type of person that you want to be like. And then three is that you want to visualize and you want to immerse yourself into this new identity that you're creating, right? And you want to practice really just stepping into the new role that you're creating so that you can fucking embody him. Like what does that person walk like? Like how does that person show up? How does that person talk? Like when shit gets tough, how does that person act? Like, and the reason for this, and when I talk to people about an alter ego, it really is giving yourself permission to take the action with the things that normally you wouldn't do. We all hold ourselves back. We all impose these glass ceilings that we can just fucking punch through if we had the confidence, if we have the belief, if we had the willpower to go, right? And so creating an alter ego, what that does is that helps you lean into that character, this badass motherfucker, so that you can immerse yourself in him, and then you can be like, man, no matter what, I'm gonna take action because this is what this guy would do, right? And so you want to visualize and you want to immerse yourself into that character you're creating, so that that belief becomes real. And then last is that after you do that, you're going to need some consistency, and you're going to need to reinforce it within yourself that this is the new you. This is the person that takes the lead. This is the person that doesn't play small. This is when your own self is doubting you. This is the person that comes in and punches that motherfucker in the face and said, "No, we're going through." And so, consistency and reinforcement, right? And for me, I went as far as making my social media and my business the one that serves others and helps them evolve and improve. Like that, the name of my business is called Wide Open Randy, because that is my alter ego. And my social media, the handle is Wide Open Randy, because that is the guy that I lean into. That is this badass motherfucker that I'm creating, so that when I live in myself, when I feel scared, when I feel like I don't want to take action, when I feel like, oh, I don't know, maybe this might not work out, I think about, man, what would a Wide Open Randy do? Like, how is Wide Open Randy going to live his life? Like, how does he show up? Like, so I do this so that every fucking day I'm taking action. Every fucking day I'm becoming better, And so it's who really I step into when I step into the role of building this legacy that I'm working on creating, like the Live Wide Open movement. That's all Wide Open Randy. Like sometimes I think about, how long it's going to take or how many people we're going to impact. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe those are some big goals. Maybe you should like back it down a little bit. And then I think, nah, what would Wide Open Randy? This is why I'm creating this character, because the vision is so big and it's so immense and it's going to take so much effort, work, dedication that Randy doesn't know if he can achieve that, but Wide Open Randy will, right? And so you want to consistency. Consistency is key, right? And so you want to reinforce that into yourself every single day. You want to create habits. You want to create rituals. You want to create routines that they repeatedly solidify this new character, this thing that you're creating, so that you can step into it and that you can become fucking limitless, right? And then no matter what, every single day, you're going to think about that person. You're going to think about that character. You're going to think about that new identity, and you're going to let him take the lead, her, if you're a woman. We do both. I'm here to help everyone. And so let's go over those 4 quick steps, 4 simple steps, and so number 1 is that you want to think about all the goals that you want to achieve in your life, career-wise, personal-wise, motorsport-wise, like all of that. Think about it, write it down, and don't limit yourself. Number 2 is that you want to name this new identity. You want to give it a name, something that is powerful, something that means a lot to you, something that that creates a badass motherfucker, right? Number three is that you want to visualize and you want to immerse yourself with the kind of qualities and the characteristics that this new identity would have. And then number four is it needs consistency and it needs reinforcement. And so you want to put this in front of you every day. You want to think about it very frequently. You want to call yourself that because it's all about immersion, right? And so along the way, you're gonna have to overcome some challenges. It comes with challenges. Everything in life comes with challenges. And creating your alter ego comes with challenges too, right? You're gonna have doubts. You're gonna have concerns, and you're gonna be like, man, I don't know, this new alter ego that I created, like, can you really do all that? No, it's your choice. You decide. Like, you're creating this character, this new identity, so that when you have limiting beliefs, so that when you doubt yourself, so that when you think that you can't go anymore, you lean into this character and you make that that motherfucker do what it is that you don't want to do, right? And then I there's this question that always come around, and it's like, man, but is that really authentic? Because I like to be an authentic person. I like to, lead by the truth. I like to just be real, right? And I'm here to tell you that most definitely it is authentic, because if you do this right, like no one else in the fucking world is gonna have the same alter ego that you have created, my friends. Like true authenticity is all about aligning yourself with your values, with your goals, like with how you want to be seen. And so this new alter ego is gonna embody all those traits, and it's gonna complement all of them, and it's only gonna make you fucking better, right? And so I gotta be blunt though. Will this work for everyone? Probably not. There's no need to sugarcoat this shit. No, it probably won't work for everyone. But I'll tell you what, those that try it, those that go deep into it, those that have that really lean into this character, you have a powerful, badass tool that you can lean in, and you could use this tool, and you can pull that shit out of your toolbox anytime that you feel fear, anytime that you think that you can't go on, anytime that that your limiting beliefs are holding you back, and you're like, man, I don't know, I should play smaller. No, lean into that alter ego and create the best life that you can imagine, because it's out there for you to grab, my friends. And so remember, your alter ego, it could be anything you want it to be, right? It's a thing that you step into when you're feeling scared, when you think that you can't accomplish something, whenever you feel like, man, there's no way that I have the fucking balls to go after that shit. Step into this new version of yourself. Like, lean into that motherfucker and go create the life that you're truly meant to have, my friends. You got this shit. And so I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's prove to the world that we're truly some badass motherfuckers. Those of you who made it to the end of the episode, I just want to say that you got yourself a win, man. And I truly, truly appreciate you for investing your valuable time into the Live Wide Open podcast. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others improve is the mission that God has tasked us with. We are driven individuals working on breaking the fucking stereotype and becoming the best that we can be. Join me on this journey while we help as many motorsport enthusiasts as possible to create the best lives that we can imagine. Yo, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for, my friends? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Wide Open Randy. Man, and if you felt any connection to today's message, I genuinely ask that you please share this on your stories, because those are the actions that really help us spread the message. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friends. Peace.